All right, everybody, we back. We had a little technical difficulties, man. We're star shocked right now because we have Angela in here, but she's running for Congress out in Georgia, and I want her to tell you guys a little bit about herself. I know she's an author. She's had a struggle, man. I mean, like when you talk about somebody who's from the streets, who've been through some things and persevered and is successful as I don't know what, like she is the epitome of that. So, Angela, please.
Well, before I even begin talking, I have to say thank you so much for having me on your show. And I really admire you and your run for Congress, because I think that it's important for us to lead the way, because we always talking, right? But how many of us are actually doing? And when I knew Joe was a real one was when the George Floyd protests broke out, right? And I was on the ground in Minneapolis, and I was out there by myself. And so I get hit up in my inbox, and I'm like, yo, where y'all at? Where's the leadership? Why are we not out here leading our youth? They're out here by themselves. They're wilding. Yeah. Where is the Black leadership? And I get a message in my DM, and it's Joe. And the next thing I know, Joe is out there the next morning, boots on the ground, leading. And this is what we need in our community.
That's who I was talking about.
Don't blame me, but wait a minute.
That's what I was like, Andrew just said, where are the conservative leaders at?
I just wanted to know. Yeah. I just was like, the real ones have to show up. It's easy to sit behind a computer screen and talk about what people should be doing. And it's another thing to show up and lead the way. Yeah. So I think for me, my own personal story is just never giving up hope. Yeah. Right? And keeping the faith and never ever taking no for an answer. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I'm going to tell you what happened, how we ended up in Minneapolis in a little bit. We're about to take a break. You guys, please stay tuned. We have Angela Stanton King running for Congress on the show. Very excited about this. We'll be right back.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. 800-378-3212. That's 800-378-3212.
Hurt me so many times, and I forgave you. But this time I love.
No, it's all good. It's
The
good.
lady with the synthetic wig.
Yeah, she don't
Wow.
even invest in the quality weed. Quality weed she don't invest in.
Shayla, it's your fault.
My friend actually made this music. A friend I served with in the military. She made this music, and so I support black businesses and people trying to start black businesses and everything. So she was like, I made these fire beats, and I like sent them to me. I'm gonna put them on my show, and so we did. But yeah, dude, I think that following you and watching what you're doing kind of like inspired me to like be real about a lot of situations. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw the message and then I DM'd you, it was like, yeah, we such and such and such. I called Rob. It was like 12:30 in the morning. And I was like, yo, we got to go to Minneapolis. Angela's like, where all the conservative leaders at? And he was like, all right, are you sure about this? And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah, we got to go. So I called Rob. I called Major. We don't rock with Major anymore. He got his own issues and everything, but he went with us out there. And I called a business partner of mine who rode with us out there also. And they were like, yeah, what time we leaving, man? We got to get tickets. I was like, don't worry, we leave at 5 o'clock in the morning. I had already bought the tickets, and I called them and told them you don't get the option to say no. That's because
He
you
bought the tickets first and then called us.
Yeah.
But
that was so
I mean,
love
you
it.
went out there and you made a difference, and I think that's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
important. I see the pictures hanging all over the walls,
Oh,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
pictures on Instagram, and the people out there were receptive.
well, we
You
stopped
know?
we stopped the rioting, and I went to jail.
Oh, I didn't know.
You
about
didn't know about
part.
that.
trying to stop four
Did you
little
go
black
get 'em?
dudes. No, he didn't come. No, he didn't come get me.
I was the one that was outside waiting
Oh,
in the
okay.
car. Right.
They let me
We were
go.
all there.
Well, that's
They-
good.
yeah,
That's good.
So about your race, who you running against?
So I'm running against Nakima Williams.
Oh, really?
And we're running in the 5th district, which is was John Lewis's seat.
Really?
And of course, we all know that the untimely passing of John Lewis.
That was timely.
a
It
while
was
back.
past time. Come on.
Well, I
let's
mean,
be
it
honest.
definitely gives my constituents a chance to reassess their votes and,
Yeah.
and really make a change. And I think that may have been a clear sign that it's time for change.
Yeah. That's true.
That's big.
I'm gonna tell you from my experience, right? One of the biggest issues that I have as a black person, being a Republican from South Central LA, like this area I grew up. I used to run these streets when I was a kid. I grew up the next major street over is Norrie. That's where I grew up. And so I hear a lot of black older people who grew up predominantly Democrat. They say, wait, just wait, or let this person train you and everything. And I go look at the person who they talk about training, and it's somebody like John Lewis or Elijah Cummings or Maxine Waters. And it's like, I'm going to train this person for them, and they didn't help me when I was down. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they going to teach me? How to further impoverish our communities, right? So looking at your district, what are some of the issues that you guys have in your district, and how are you coping with being a black Republican running in a predominantly Democratic district?
For me, really, it's not as hard as I thought it would be because the people in Atlanta already know who I am. Like I've had a reality show, I've written a book, I've made national bestseller 3 times. So people have been able to follow my story for quite some time, and they can respect and appreciate the transparency.
Yeah.
So I think because I am an Atlanta native, and I'm so honest, right? Like there's nothing for me to hide. So whenever they want to start trying to slang dirt, I've already written a book and told it. There's no dirt. You understand?
Exactly.
Don't you
It's
hate that?
just
People like, I'm going to
redemption.
expose you. Expose what? It's already out there. What are you talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying. It's just about redemption
Mhm.
and what's happened in Atlanta lately with the Black Lives Matter riots and, like I say, the passing of John Lewis, the way homelessness has gone on the rise. I mean, I've been in Atlanta just about all my life. My grandmother lived there, so I was always back and forth. I can tell you the last 3 years are the first time that I've ever been able to go downtown Atlanta and literally have to step over someone
Wow.
just walking down the street,
Yeah.
driving down the highways. They've created tent cities all over,
Yeah.
because they don't have anywhere to go. And I stand out there and I talk to them, and I come to find out a lot of them are veterans.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing? You know, I saw plenty of reports where the mayor raised close to $500 million for our homeless people in the community, but it seems like it's gotten worse. So where are the people at that really care, really had a compassion? One of the reasons I ran is because I know what it feels like to be homeless.
Really?
With 4 children.
You were homeless?
So getting out of prison.
Wow.
I didn't have anywhere to go because I was convicted felon, couldn't get a job, couldn't get housing assistance, welfare, any of that. And we'll get into that, of course. But I can relate to their issue. And by me being able to relate to their issue, it gives me passion to want to fight for their issue and want to see their lives better, because look at where I am now.
Yeah.
You know, and if I can do it, just like you said, you were that kid from LA running the streets. Why can't they do it? So instead of us pushing the message of hate and abortion and welfare dependency, why don't we just switch it up a little bit and see if something else can work for us?
So let me ask you a question. When you talk about welfare dependency, because that's one of my biggest issues that I have in South Central Los Angeles, from my opinion, it seems like they've been trained to think poor, right? A lot of people have a poor mindset. They have a poor person's mentality. And you hear Democrats on the TV talking about, oh, they don't like you because you're poor. They're not looking out for the poor people. And my thought process, like, why in the hell do I have to be poor? You know what I'm saying? So what do I have to do in order to put myself in a position to where I want to be rich and I want things to match that, like issues that matter to rich, I want them to matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Georgia, you know what I'm saying, the Atlanta, the Buckhead, the Bankhead areas and stuff like that, like what type of opportunities do they have for people of color when it comes to quality jobs, when it comes to businesses, when it comes to education and things like that? What type of opportunities do they have there?
I think that since COVID is hit, right, a lot of things have been shut down, but that's why it's important for us to begin to focus on how we're going to recover our economy. And that's one of the things that I want to do, right? I want to focus on job growth. I want to focus on job creation, and the opportunities are there, but are the people in need getting the access? Are the people in need, do they know about the opportunities? Do they have access to the information? So I think what we need to do is, instead of this buddy system that we've had in place forever, just begin to really want to restore our communities, rebuild our communities, and be able to freely give them the knowledge that they need. That's why school choice is so important.
School choice,
right? Even me being a single mother raising my sons, my daughter got a 4.2 GPA right now, right?
I'm not a fan of Cardi B, but I like that.
16 years old, but even when I was on welfare and I didn't have stability, an issue for me was making sure that she got a good education. And if I couldn't afford to live in a certain neighborhood, then that means I had to accept whatever education was offered by that district school. And we know that the district schools in the low income neighborhoods are the least funded. So they have the least opportunity. So it's like, as a mother, you want to make that decision, like that young lady that they're fighting for now to get out of jail, as to, hey, am I going to lie on this application about where I live at because I want to make sure my child has access to the best education?
Yeah.
So just because you poor now don't mean that you got to be poor tomorrow.
Exactly.
And that's one of the reasons I'm fighting. We got to have school choice.
Man, opportunity is important as well as school choice, man. And I say this all the time. People in their cities, they've been poor for so long, they will struggle to fight for poverty just to complain about a lot of issues that they have. I mean, we find that here. We find that in every city that's predominantly ran by Democrats. They want to be poor so bad because they want to have something to talk about. And I know from your perspective and my perspective, growing up in the inner city, and we are young, like, I don't want to struggle. I don't want to live in poverty. And I don't even want to teach I got 4 kids too. I don't want to teach my kids that either. But we're about to take a break. You guys stay tuned. Angela Stanton King, she is right here. She isn't going nowhere for the next 45 minutes. We'll be right back.
Let's talk about your credit cards. When you first start using them, it's a slow drip. You make charges, then more charges, then bills come. And they keep coming. When you open your statements, the floodgates come pouring in. You realize you have more credit card debt than you can afford, and you're barely making the minimum payments. Wouldn't it be nice to make one affordable payment and have all your credit card bills covered? Make this free call and learn our responsible way to get your credit card bills paid and under control.
Sponsored by Consumer Education Services, a nonprofit organization.
800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. 800-876-3643. That's 800-876-3643.
CESI is not a loan company. The establishment of a debt management plan may adversely affect your credit rating. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase finance and other charges to undertake collection activity, including liquidation.
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. They want your money, and guess what? They can legally take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you. So what do? Fight back by letting our team of experts at the tax helpline work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws and will fight to save your money. So if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket.
800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. 800-932-1597. That's 800-932-1597.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644. 800-915-2644.
All right, everybody, we back. We got Angela Stanton King. We was talking about something, doing a breakout. Finish the story. And so after we came back from Minneapolis, you know what I'm saying, I got arrested. We shut down the violent protests and the burning and everything. Me, Rob, and my other guy, who I ain't gonna say his name. I don't have permission, but we had to talk to one mayor of a city to get a hold of the mayor of Minneapolis. You know what I'm saying? And because we were out there talking to the people, we talked to everybody on the protest. Even the Black Panthers pulled us aside and took us to the back. I was scared. I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I was walking like, yeah, confident, whatever. Scared. I was shaking. I was like, I don't know what they took us to a place where they were giving out food, took us through there. It was kind of like the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? They took us through the one place and it was like, oh, yeah, we do this, that. And they took us to a communications room. They took us to a back room. No cameras, no TVs. It was just a whiteboard and an oval table like the Knights of King Arthur. And then as a new Black Panthers, is one of the civil rights. He said, don't call him active. He said, call him what?
Active.
And no, he said, don't say. He said active. He said, don't say activist because we don't act up.
Right. He said, don't call me an activist because I'm actively active at what I do.
Yeah. So civil rights leader. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And he was the one that marched for Dr. King, who was your uncle, right?
My godmother's uncle.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything like that. And so he was talking. What happened? He was talking to us and everything, and he was like, Dr. King should have kept the press for human rights after he got the press for civil rights, because humanity was what the Black community was lacking. Right. And if you see the amount of people that is being killed right now by cops, Black people by cops, and by other white people and stuff like that, that's the biggest issue that we have right now is humility, being human. And so I really want to start the fight. I'm thinking about it right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it in my head, what I want to do. Start the fight for human rights for people of color in our community. And I think one of the biggest issues that we have right now is we don't have a nationality. African American is not a nationality. Black is not a nationality.
That's something Jesse James started when our white people. Why can't white people from Africa? Because there are white people in Africa.
Exactly.
So if a white person from Africa comes to America, then they're too African American.
They're African American. Exactly.
Great statement.
So the nationality issue is an issue that we have. With that being said, it's time to get into the tough questions.
I like this.
So I'm not a fan of people criminalizing black people when they're killed by cops or killed by white people, understanding that nobody is perfect. I've gotten my ass whooped by the cops plenty of times, even while I was in the military. And looking here in South Central Los Angeles, we have a lot of people who have criminal backgrounds. And so we've got into a lot of issues with quote unquote, predominantly social media Hall of Famers, for the black conservatives. They think they speak for all black conservatives, right? But these people have never lived the life that we live. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in South Central LA, having your house shot up in a drive-by, having, been in prison, having had to come out of these situations and still maintain the poise and the conviction to want to do better for our communities. How do you, as a black woman, right, cope with being outside of the social construct of what people think mainstream black conservatives are supposed to be?
For me, that's why I'm so outspoken on my platform and every other platform that I'm on, because I want to make it clear that only I speak for me.
Yeah.
And that's just that. People are the way that they are. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what has given me peace. And if someone hasn't had your experience, then they haven't had your experience.
Yeah.
I can't expect you to relate to me if we aren't related. Now, that don't mean we got to be related by blood, but we could be related by experiences.
Exactly.
Now, your experiences do not relate to mine. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with color. I could be somebody white that share my experience, right? I served time in prison with a lot of white women. You understand? But I can meet somebody black that looks like me, but doesn't share any of my experiences.
Yeah.
And so we know that as we grow, right? The way that our personalities develop is based off of the way we were raised, what we believe, our experiences, the way that we make decisions. So one of the things that does aggravate me is that I get a lot of people commenting on my page sometimes, right? Thinking that I'm supposed to be like someone else, or like I'm jealous of someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to be me.
Yeah.
And I'm conservative because of what I believe.
Exactly.
But I love black people now. Don't get it twisted. I have to say this all the time. It doesn't mean that I'm against any other race, because by now all of us mixed up with something. If you think about it, come on, we all got somebody in the family that's interracial. You don't hate your family members. This racism thing, we got to realize that we dealing with good and evil. It's not the color of a person's skin. Because I know some black people, right, that F you up way worse than some white people.
Real quick.
True story.
Real quick, but we about to hit a break. But tell everybody where they can find you. Tell them your website. We want everybody to get out there and donate.
Yes, please support me. Support my campaign. StantonKingForCongress.com.
All right. We'll be right back.
This is The Entertainment Answer. The new political comedy Irresistible is a bipartisan look at how silly and out of hand elections can get. It stars Steve Carell and Chris Cooper, and Carell said this about the script.
It's really not so much about the politics themselves. It doesn't necessarily lean right or left. It's really mostly about the people who are caught in between.
Irresistible is rated R for language and available on demand starting June 26th. Remember to be safe and smart out there. For This Entertainment Answer, I'm Matt Mungle.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Question: have you ever thought about making an investment in California real estate for the high returns available through trust deeds? As a trusted professional broker, Sun Pacific Mortgage and Real Estate has been helping investors earn high-yield returns on safer investments for over 32 years. Their trust deeds earn upwards of 13%. That's right, 13%. They invest in notes starting from $100,000 throughout all of California, where real estate remains strong. If you want to know more about high return investments through available deeds of trust, go to their website at sunpacificmortgage.com. That's sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them today at 707-523-2099. 707-523-2099. sunpacificmortgage.com, or call them at 707-523-2099.
Hi, I'm Dennis Bono. Join me every Saturday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. for the Dennis Bono Show live from the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. Enjoy this fun-filled hour with my celebrity friends as they perform, visit, and have lots of fun with me in front of a live audience in the showroom at the South Point Hotel. Please join me Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific, right here on CRN Radio and crntalk.com.
It's totally normal to be constipated with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
Maybe it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
You could have a chronic condition called irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C. Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives to help relieve belly pain and let you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Individual results may vary. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Maybe it's not occasional constipation. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. You may be able to talk to a doctor online. Visit linzess.com, sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
What's up, everybody? We are back with the Real Talk Radio. Joe Collins. We got Angela Stanton King, and she was actually telling you guys where to find her. Tell your social media. We got your website.
So my social media, my Instagram is the Angela Stanton, and my Twitter is the Angie Stanton.
And I'm gonna tell you this. Look, before you go to her page, let me tell you, please have on the entire armor of God. You're gonna need that because you're gonna see some real shit. And yeah, I said I'll pay for it. You're gonna need some real shit before you get on her page, because I'll be looking, I'll be like, dang, she just said that. But it's real. I mean, she be speaking the truth, and unfortunately, it's a lot of white people who don't like the truth from the perspective of a person who lived in the inner city. I mean, we see the mainstream black conservatives, and they flirt along the lines of real and selling merchandise. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when we talk about elections, when we talk about flipping seats, even if the seats are blue but they voting red, this is what we are. You know what I'm saying? Because for my campaign, I've never been the one to tell anybody that you got to be a Republican, you got to do this, you got to do that, because I believe in God. Come on now. I'm a Christian, and I believe that God gives every single person the ability to make their own choice, right? So if God gives you the ability to make a choice to be a Democrat, if I love God, I have to respect the choice that God gives you. Right. So if God gives you the choice to be a Democrat, by all means, be a Democrat, but vote for us. Vote for Angie, right? Because she's fighting for your kids.
Yes.
And
true.
Luckily, Georgia's a little bit more conservative, even though they're Democrat, they're moderate, right? They're a little more conservative in California. They're sexualizing our children out here in LA. I mean, they're teaching sexual education. Somebody came in my office. How do you feel about sexual education in our schools? First off, my daughter is 13 years old. she don't even have anything unless that's monitored. You know what I'm saying? Phones matter. I see what they're doing on TikTok. We see cuties that Obama sponsored and everything. Like, no, my daughter's not about to be twerking nothing.
Look at her face. Look at her face.
My daughter's not twerking nothing. She's not wearing little bitty clothes. She's not even. My daughter don't even wear little bitty shoes.
Your daughter gonna be a child as long as she can be a child.
Exactly.
She's gonna turn into an adult on her own.
Exactly. Thank you. And I will be there when she turns into adult because she cannot date until she's 35 or at least finish college.
You have to tell. You have to tell Angela that we.
Go to a form.
True.
So if you have a daughter,
we both have,
or you have a son and you want to date our kids, if their parents are not pro 2A, guess what? It's not going to happen because we need them to know. If we say 11 p.m. be in the house, we don't mean 11:01, 11:03. We mean 11 p.m. And if you're not there by 11 p.m., in the words of Mike Lowry, we coming for your ass, locked, loaded, and we gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. No, Uncle's gonna come.
Let me tell you something.
Well, you heard it here first.
I saw the video with your daughter. You was educating your daughter. I saw the video.
We come in Atlanta too. We don't have a problem with travel.
Listen, when I gave birth to my daughter, I was chained to a bed.
Yeah,
right?
Wow, that was terrible.
And she was taken from me 24 hours later, and I had no idea when I was going to see my baby again because even though I had been sentenced, I didn't have a TPM. You just didn't know when that day was going to be.
Right. Yep.
And before then, even the anticipation of being pregnant with her and knowing that I was going to be separated from her at birth, I just longed for her, and I used to always sing to her because I wanted her to remember my voice. So I would say that I'm very protective as a mom.
You should be.
But it's like I kind of know what it takes to mold her the right way, right? Because when you send your children to school, they're getting all of this outside, right? Indoctrination that you didn't teach in your house, things that go completely against your morals, things that go against your values as a parent. And my thing is with the sexualizing of children, it shouldn't be any type of sex. It shouldn't be heterosexual sex. It shouldn't be gay sex. It shouldn't be bisexual. Be any type of sex. We should just children. If I'm not teaching in my house or introducing them to how does the government feel as though it is their responsibility?
Exactly.
But can I jump in for a minute right there, Joe? Do you know what's amazing about
all
that?
day? You've been quiet.
I like
my content is normally loud as hell all the time.
You know why I'm not loud right now? Because I'm really enjoying this conversation. You guys are really on point. The unique thing about what you're saying, Angela, is that in your district, they call it the urban district. You are 99.997% urban.
That's true.
And your district is extremely unique because of the amount of black that are there. It's 56% black. So as you're running your race, the thing that I've watched is how you're responding not only to color, to gender, to people. I'm a studier. So I look how you're responding to color, gender, and the outreach that you're making. And the unique thing about both of you that's really, really careful, and I'm saying this carefully, the way that you're both going about it to win your race is the way you win a race in urban communities. You're not pandering to one, you're pandering to all.
Well, we from the streets. What else are we supposed to do?
But that's what most people don't get.
Yo, real quick. Yo, this is Kurt right here.
Hey,
Kurt used to do bodyguard for my grandfather. He used to have the church in Baptist Christ. Mm-hmm. And Kurt was extremely excited. Oh, Angela King, Martin Luther King and everything. Hey, Kurt, come here real quick.
No.
Come here real quick, Kurt.
If you call him in, it's going down now.
I want Kurt to meet you.
I already met Kurt.
You met Kurt?
Yeah,
Yo, Kurt, say something to Angela, man. Yo, Kurt.
Say something.
Kurt has never been in politics.
How you doing, Angela?
How you doing, Kurt?
And keep moving forward and keep doing what you're doing. And my prayers are with you.
I will. I appreciate it.
Listen, Kurt used to be that dude. He was like, that was a dude.
That dude. Kurt talking about what you mean?
But listen, he used to have a Jerry curl.
Get him.
But listen, he got a collar shirt on.
Look at the growth.
He got slacks. He got, he'd be wearing his suit coat and stuff. Be going out like Kurt was. I used to be scared of Kurt when I was a kid, but Kurt used to be around me all the time because my granddad used to tell Kurt, you got to be around
Did you just admit you were scared of Kurt?
Yes, I used to be scared of Kurt. He got the Jerry curl and everything. You know what I'm
Whoa. Yep. Almost went down because Kurt just pulled me. Almost went down.
Kurt, you can't be pulling
Did you see me?
Can't be pulling him, Kurt.
Hey, Kurt.
But yo, I'm going to tell listen, Kurt is Kurt legit from the streets.
Move right
Look,
now.
I'm be dead ass. So Fox News, when they having an RNC debate, Fox News called me and said, "Yeah, I heard you guys were having an RNC party." I didn't know nothing about this party because I didn't plan it. I guess Fox News planned it for us. But I'm like, all right, yeah, we do. We are having a party. I ain't know nothing about it. But so the news get here, and the next thing, and I see Kurt on the news talking about Trump need to be a president, and he got to come to the inner cities where people can hear him, and we need help in South Central, Gardena, Inglewood. We need
he started
Trump.
banging.
Bro,
he just
I
went
was
off.
like, and Kurt got popular, man. Kurt was popular. Man, on God. And that's,
Overnight sensation.
That's
man, and people like Kurt's phone was blowing up, man. Hey, Kurt, Kurt popping. They about to take a break. We'll be right back.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center for you, a family member, or a loved one suffering with diabetes. If you have lost your provider, or if you need a provider for diabetic supplies, you may qualify to receive your diabetic testing supplies now with little or no out-of-pocket cost, regardless of your age. All you need is Medicare or private insurance to be potentially eligible. Call the Diabetes Solution Center right now for details. Just takes a couple of minutes. Our friendly, knowledgeable agents will give you free, no-obligation information, handle all the insurance paperwork, and make sure your supplies are delivered directly to your door for free.
Call U.S. Medical Supply 24 hours a day. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. 888-912-1332. Call right now. 888-912-1332.
How would you like to save up to $500 on your next vacation package? Any vacation package anywhere in the world. Just call Superior Travel and mention the code RADIO and save up to $500. We'll design a custom, fantastic vacation just for you with all the bells and whistles. Not some cookie-cutter vacation, but a unique, all-included vacation customized by one of our exclusive travel experts. And our service is completely free. You pay nothing more. So why waste your time? Let us do it for you. We've got over 100 years of travel experience to help create the perfect trip for you. Call now and learn how to save up to $500 on your next custom vacation. Pick up the phone, call Superior Travel, and use the code word RADIO.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Real quick, cut the music, man. We got some special guests up in the house right now. They can't. I said, listen, my girl Angela, she flew out here from Atlanta, and she needs some encouragement. She needs some prayer. She needs some people who got her back, because everybody knows when you a black conservative running in the inner city, nobody likes you. You know what I'm saying? From the inner city. Right. The white people who are conservative, they love you, but from the inner city, it's so hard out here, man. So we have Siaka out here. Yo, get on the camera. Tell everybody this is live.
What's up? Well, this is live, huh? What's up, everybody? We got Siaka here. I'm part of Chief and the Americanos over here. I got my guy, Kit Cunningham, otherwise known as Nick. We are out here. We starting our day children's rally. We went all the way to Netflix. We had to tell them what's
Angela's
going
about
on.
that.
Wait a minute.
We told you to get out here.
Shut down Netflix.
Well, we tried to. They wouldn't let us in. We definitely raised a fuss. We had a fuss going on. So we're out there walking down the middle of Hollywood in the belly of the beast, trying to just get our voice out there. You know.
Yo, I got a boy in Hollywood. He live up the street, and he's a producer in Hollywood, and he was out there with us when they came. When these people came from outside the state. Yeah. When these people came from outside the state to inside the state, and we shut them down, including the dude you got with. It was so crazy because Buddy was like, he was like, yeah, this America was built on the ancestors, you know what I'm saying? So we can loot and steal if we want to. And I was like, I'm like, yo, the ancestors will be so disappointed in your lazy ass for trying to loot. Like, yo, the ancestors built, they work for everything they have. So you talking about looting, ancestors be so. We saw you got. You was like, yo, I'm from Africa. I know my African ancestors. You know what I'm saying? So
he tried to come up and tell us like what it's supposed to be and how we built this. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
what did you build?
Right.
But let me tell you something that's so cool about y'all being here, right? And y'all got y'all Save the Children. Angela Stanton, she's the most pro-life candidate that you can ever have. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna yield the floor to you guys. I know this is my ship. You see right here. We on the ship. Look at the back. We on the ship right here. So I'm gonna yield my command to Angela right here. And y'all chop it up for a minute. Yo, we got these guys back here. Save the children. Let's talk about saving our kids, man.
All right, come on, tell us about y'all movement.
Well, you know,
And my live is going, so everybody wave over that way.
Oh, what's up?
Save the children.
This is Joe's conscience, Robert Foster. It's about to go down.
Yeah, because it gets serious. We get into a topic right here that a lot of people don't like to talk about. There's a reason why I don't like to talk about it, because there's a lot of terribly, insidiously gross, horrible things that are going on with kids, little kids, starting at the age of, anything from 18 and younger. And so we know, we live in Los Angeles, entertainment business. And we know there are people out there who there's law managers and agents.
Right.
There's directors and actors being called out. When you start to find out that this reach, these tentacles are just so deep and so embedded in our society. A lot of people don't know 3 different heads of the teachers union that heads of principals union that Rahm Emanuel put up there to head our education system in Chicago. We all know the babies that have been killed there. 3 of them, two out of the 3 were accused of sexual assault.
Wow.
And before he put them in there.
Wow.
So this is what our elected officials, when we don't pay attention, are getting away with doing. They're literally allowing our kids to be raped, to be taken away, and in these terrible things to happen to them, all the while like telling us we need to be more open. SB 145 right now.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about that. For me, save the children. I just think about myself when I was a little girl and I was violated in the worst way at the age of 5 years old. And I know what it did to me. So, when people ask you that question when you're young and they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Nobody says that they want to be in prison. So I knew that when I ended up in prison, it was because something put me on that path,
exactly.
Right? Because I had hopes and dreams like everybody else. Yep. I wanted to grow up and be great. I just never imagined that I would be in a cage when my mother passed away, when my grandmother passed away, and when I was chained to a bed giving birth. I never imagined that. So I've just been on this journey, not only trying to restore myself, but helping other people find their way because they got lost along the journey, right? And things happen, and a lot of times trauma causes people to act out. Trauma causes people to make mistakes. So if we are talking about prison prevention, because everybody seems to be about criminal justice reform, then there's a way that we can prevent people from going to prison. And one of the things that we can do is protect our children from trauma.
Right.
Exactly.
Great statement.
Yep. And that's one of the biggest things that I think we're seeing now. It's something that really dawned on me after the second rally that I went to for Save the Children. In my life, I'm 40. I'm giving it away, but I'm 40.
Congratulations.
Welcome. Yes, it feels good. Actually, it fits.
Yeah.
It fits.
They say 40 is a new 30. Is it true?
Well, I think 40 is a new 40.
True. Give me some love on that.
It is what it is.
True.
I don't want to be 30 again.
Real
Holy
talk
crap.
radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Sucked. But you watch this, and I thought to myself, in my whole life, in 40 years, I've never ever seen a march for children. I've seen a march for women. I've seen a march for supposedly Black lives. I've seen a march for trying to either, shut down this or open that. But I've never, ever seen a march for the one group that can't physically and can't verbally defend.
Why? Hold on. Hey, wait. When Angela says why, when she says that, you have to do this. Why?
Even when you say women's march, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I have an issues with the women's march is because what are you marching for? You are marching for the right to kill the future women of tomorrow.
Come on.
If we want things to change in our nation, if we want things to change for us, really, then we have to begin to value life.
Yep, exactly.
When we restore the value of life, that's when this nation will take a turn.
Exactly, and that's and I always say this. I'll finish with this. I don't hold on too much. It's like, if we aren't working for the kids and to look out for them, and we know a lot of the tragedies coming on and a lot of the just abuse they deal with, our country is lost. So whatever they're talking about,
I'll tell you this, we're going to take a break right now with Real Talk Radio. We're coming right back. We'll be back.
You got it all right.
We'll be back.
C. Crane's refined CC Skywave SSB radio with single sideband is the ultimate travel and emergency radio. It fits in the palm of your hand, weighs only 8 ounces, reception is great, and the audio is legible and clear for its small size. The CC Skywave SSB radio gives you access to important communications your smartphone is not capable of getting, like emergency single sideband transmissions, which broadcast during a hurricane, earthquake, and major power outage. In addition, you can listen to your favorite AM and FM broadcasts, Weather Plus alert, local airports, long-distance aviation, and ships at sea from all over the world. The only way to get this valuable information is with a specialized sideband radio, the CC Skywave SSB, the true radio lovers travel radio. Find out more about the CC Skywave SSB. Call C. Crane at 800-522-8863, 800-522-8863. Also available on Amazon for quicker shipping, or visit ccrane at ccrane.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Tired of lockdown? Let the reconnect begin. You belong here. Welcome home to the magic of Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California. Check out our new spacious outdoor dining al fresco. Romantic, market lights. It looks like a movie set. Dine under the stars and enjoy our tasty Angelo's and Vinci's pizza, pasta, seafood, chicken, salad dinners, and more. In the cool of the evening, come enjoy our award-winning menu, new wine list, specialty cocktails like our Peach Bellini Martini, appetizers, and more. Angelo's and Vinci's now open every day from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. for relaxing outdoor dining. No reservations needed. Just come on in for delicious Italian food. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante, 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton. Call 714-879-4022. We're going to need a lot of pasta to get through this year. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton today.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We are back, and I am back at the helm of my ship, CVN 76. Listen, I want to thank our guests for being here. I want to thank Angela, Rob, her crew, our crew, Team Collins, Team Save Our Children, man. That's legit.
Save the children.
Yo, it's really important that, during this next election, that we surgically remove the political party aspect out of the races, right? We need to stop voting against our best interests, and we need to start voting for people who have our best interests in mind. I know it's great to talk about Democrats did this or this person did that, but listen, we have a lot of great people from the inner cities that are Black that want to see us and the Black community do well. And so for Angela, my last question to you is, why do you feel like it's important that we come together outside of the political parties to start voting for our best interests?
Well, one of the reasons is that everybody can't be Democrat. And when we want to get laws passed, usually the laws that are passed are always bipartisan. So it's important for us to understand as a people that we need representation on both sides. You need somebody on the Republican side speaking for you too. Because when they go in the back and they close those doors and they have those conversations, who on that side is going to make them or help them understand the Black plight, right? So when we talk about Republican and Democrat, we have to remember it's two wings on the same bird, right?
Exactly.
You can go too far left or too far right, but the thing is we all keep each other balanced, you know? So even though I am pro-life, I know that I may be the only black woman on the floor voting for life against a bunch of other people that are going to be voting for our children to be aborted. But guess what? That one vote counts because now they have to hear why we need to start voting for life, why abortion is not the only option. So let's get some balance in Congress.
Exactly.
Let's put some people in Congress that represent us. Right now, all we hearing on the Congress floor is abortion or welfare. Everything else is about LGBTQ. Biden them on their website said their first day in office, the very first thing that they're going to do is roll back the Trump-Pence rule that allows, you know, gender identity, whatever they identify with, in the bathroom, in the locker room, on sports. And we're talking about girls that are in grammar school and in elementary school, and somebody who had been sexually abused. Sometimes I just don't feel comfortable around men.
Yeah.
And my daughter in my own house has never used the bathroom at the same time as her brothers.
Wow.
At least they wait until one comes out. So why are we giving the school system so much power to say that you can put boys in the bathroom with our girls, or girls, and we know what that leads to. Remember, we on a movement right now about saving the children. So what we got to do in this election is vote for policy and not people, and make sure that we are fighting to protect our children.
Yep. And let me remind you, we thought Black Lives Matter was a good idea until they didn't start supporting the families of the victims that they exploit to raise money. And then they got taken over by Marxists and Antifa and far left organizations and stuff like that. We thought it was a good idea.
No. I need to hear what she says.
But then they started destroying their entire communities and stuff. Look, we stopped those jackasses from burning down our entire city, right? Hold up, I'm gonna pay for it, I don't care, whatever. But and then what happened? Everybody, they were protests for us. Were they? Because you guys are complaining about gentrification. What happened when they burn down our city? They're going to gentrify your dumbass right up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
And they burning the cities down. They're not coming back and building them up. And they specifically say on their website that they're here to disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear. Right. I'm a woman that's fighting to reunite our family. I want fathers back in the home. I don't want them taken out of the home. Yeah. Why are we supporting an organization that's saying they're here to disrupt our family structure? We already been disrupted.
Listen, tell everybody where they can find you. I want them to donate to you. I want you to be successful. I want you to win.
Come on in here.
Hey, my God. Yeah. What's up, man?
Hey,
yo,
we got 20 seconds.
Give us one more minute. Give us one more minute. Yo, give us one more minute. Please stay tuned. One more minute. Listen. Hey, tell everybody what's up.
Big Small. What's going on, y'all? It is going down here. Yes, indeed. We're going to change the world. We're going to change our county first.
Yes, sir. Angela Stanton King is winning District 5.
Angela, please get Angela Stanton King in there, man. It's going down. Real Talk Radio.
Mega Hope is in here.
Everybody, Angela, please, thank you for stopping by. Our guest, MAGA Hope, everybody, you guys are dope. Thank you for coming.
CRN Digital Talk Radio prides itself on being the station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com. But if cutting-edge technology is more your style,